Hello there guys, and welcome back to another video in P3D, and welcome to a very important or very special video today. This is something that I've been waiting to do for a while. Not so much this flight, but this aircraft. You may recognise this is the 787, or more specifically the QualityWings 787. The release for this on P3D has been anticipated for years, and a few days ago it finally happened. And I picked up, and I'm going to go into more detail on my opinions of it and everything later on. But the short of it is that I really like it. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, and this is not my first flight in it, but this is my first video in it. I've done a few streams and a few flights offline in it, but this is my first video. And this is Qatari 322. It's an equally new route. It was only introduced I think maybe a month ago, and it's Cardiff to Doha, so two brand new airports that I've never done for a video or stream, I believe. And yeah, new aircraft, new add-on, new airports, so yeah, very new airline. In fact, I've never flown Qatari in a video, so yeah, very new today. It's just coming up on 9 o'clock here in the UK, in Cardiff, obviously. So the sun is just setting. It's summer now, so it stays light quite late. And this is sort of going to be like an overnight flight, arriving sort of in the early hours of the morning in not Dubai, in Doha. So yeah, GSX is just finishing the boarding right now, as you can see. We're on stand 7, which is the only stand that can actually fit this aircraft on it, here at Cardiff. And yeah, we haven't got control actually. We've got a tower he's on. I'm not sure how much longer he'll be on for, but that's quite rare at Cardiff, so it was a happy coincidence. But yeah, anyway, I'll get into my opinions later on in the video, but right now let's get back into the flight deck. And let me just turn it down a little bit. One thing that's annoying is every time I click off the screen it mutes the audio from the aircraft, so you may drop out a few times, but yeah. We're going to get the APU up and running now. As with most of my videos, I've done all the sort of planning and everything. So boarding is complete now, so that means I can close the doors. Now, a little thing I don't know if people know about. How you get there's like a menu to close the doors and open them, obviously. You can either get it up by pressing Shift 2, or you can click, here's the click spot right here. You click this and it brings the thing up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the left one, both the cargos, and turn the little lights off that are in there. So we'll get them all buttoned up. And I'm going to do a before start checklist. I'm not actually starting yet, but might as well do it. So passenger signs, they're on. Yep. That's the right. So there's like, they've tried to make it so like there's sort of like an FS to crew thing. I mean, it's not really, it's just audio, but it seems you can't turn it off at the moment, which is a bit annoying, but whatever. So I'll just have to talk over him. So we've got all the V speeds in, like so, MCP, V2 in there, where am I heading, and initial climb of 5,000 as given to me by the controller. So that's all correct. Take off speed jet. Pre-flight is complete. The taxi, yeah, don't really have a briefing because I'm on my own, and then I'll turn the beacon on when we actually push. So now that as you can see here, the APU is running, I can get rid of that and get rid of the external power unit. Now the controller's already cleared me for push and start, like when he gave me clearance. So I'm going to get the tug to come out now. It didn't give me an option for left or right, so I don't think the tug's coming. As you know, this is a common problem with GSX. You may have seen this many times in my videos before. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so here we want nose to the left, and we don't want to start before we push back. And we can get rid of that now. Oh, a dash 8 spawned, nice. Right, okay, so we're going to get the hydraulics pressurized. Might as well take the dome light off. Hold on. There we go. And center. Get the fuel pumps on, and we've just got stuff in the wings today. We've not actually got any in the center tanks, so they can stay off. The beacon light can come on, which means this checklist is complete, and the next one's the before taxi. So yeah, I think I should get some panel lighting on. The panel lighting does look quite bad in this, which is unfortunate, but let me do it anyway. There we go. And I'll actually unmute ATC just in case like he takes back our okay, release the brake. Okay, right. On our way back now, so we can start number 2. So it's got auto start obviously, so I'm just gonna flick the fuel straight in. And now the jetway, you may notice, was still out. That's just this scenery.
Clear to start engines.
Okay.
Start both engines.
You can see auto start. To a wing view. It's quite loud. I'm going to turn that down a bit. And wait until it says running over here. There we go, running. That means we can start number 1. Fuel straight in. So yeah, my opinions of this aircraft. So there's been, as it's like released over the, like as it released the past few days, there's been mixed opinions on it with people. People have had a lot of bugs, and I will admit there are a fair few bugs with it. I've not got too many. There are a few like quite bad ones that I've had. For example, like if you have the weather radar on, well, you can get crashes to the desktop, and someone discovered that it's the weather radar that like causes most of them. So throughout this flight, I won't be using the weather radar at all, or the terrain, because we think there may be an issue with the terrain. We're not sure though. So yeah, that's just sort of the info on that. But yeah, right, we'll not do any of that yet. So that's both engines started. We can do auto brake to RTO. We can cancel that TCAS off thing, and we can do the flight control check. So over to systems, flight controls. And we'll do full left, full right, center, full up, full down, center. No, I've just done that. Rudder. Whoa. Oh, it sounded like I released the parking light. That's weird. Alright, full left, full right, and center. As for trim, it wants 4.25. So there we go. It's set there. You can see. We'll just because the flight controls in this aircraft look really nice, we'll do a aileron check from the wing. There you go, and a speed rate check. Why not? There we go. Okay, I'll cancel that. And we'll go back to checklist. We can set flaps 5, like so. Watch them come down. Okay, Tower's just messaged me saying he's closing. So yeah. Okay, there we go. Flaps are set to 5. We'll get the turn-offs and the taxi light on. Actually, we're probably blinding them now, so soz. Anti-ice, we don't need any because it's a nice summer's evening. We'll do recall. Just TCAS off. That's checked. Auto brake is RTO. Flight controls, they're checked. And ground equipment is basically clear. Oh, that didn't tick. And there we go. Right. Okay, there we go. It's gone off. So we'll do 122.8. So we can monitor what's going on around us. But yes, so that's before takeoff, which we'll obviously do at takeoff, but it's only one thing, so we probably should ignore it to rest. And I'll get ND up. I'm actually going to put the ECAS. You see this little button here. You can put like the engine displays over on this side. So you've got a bigger like map for taxiing. Now we're going to be taking off on runway 12, which is sort of up this end. If I zoom out one more, it's up here. So we're going to be taxiing out here all the way down to 12. We're going to take off, obviously. So we'll release the parking brake, give it a bit of throttle. We're not actually that heavy today. I've been informed that not many people actually fly on this route, so I've sort of loaded quite lightly. By the way, if you look, if you, because this isn't really a review of the aircraft, but as you might know, when I get a new aircraft, I like to sort of point out things I like and things I don't like about it. This fuel loading panel, I really do not like. I wish they'd give you the ability to just like enter 0 fuel weight and just like general amount of fuel, rather than it's like you having to like divide it and put an equal amount in each wing and stuff. But yeah, that's only a small like problem really. You only spend a little bit of time doing that. So yeah, we're going to taxi up to runway 12. This does actually have departure charts. I suppose I don't want to like. I know I'm going to pop this out so I can do it while I'm still looking where I'm going. So if you go to menu and you go terminal charts, user puts from FMS complete. You can see all the SIDs here, and we're on the LV1 Bravo, and you can see the SID here. So it'll give you. It's a bit buggy. It generates it from AirRack basically. I'll slow down a bit. By the way, this thing has a lot of power. I'm not sure how realistic it is, but this definitely has a lot of power, and you can easily idle taxi in it. Like, I'm literally at idle, and when I was taxiing then, when I got quite some speed, I was barely applying any throttle. But yeah, as you can see here, look, it draws out the SID for us. It can be a bit inaccurate sometimes, because it goes by your air rack and it can be a bit glitchy, but it's nice if you don't have Navigraph. I don't tend to use it because I have Navigraph, so yeah. Okay, how do I put this away? Let's click the thing I used to get it. There we go. Now another feature that they have is the HUD, so we're going to use this for takeoff. So we'll use it for takeoff. Shall we I think we should backtrack here actually. We probably don't need to, this thing as I said has a lot of power, but we'll do it anyway, why not? And there was something doing touch and goes, so I'm not sure if he's still around or not. What we'll do is we'll just stop here at Bravo 1, because something else I need to point out. There we go. Put the parking brake on, yep. And what I need to do is obviously set TAR rate, and one thing I need to point out is that it doesn't actually set mode Charlie here, so you need to actually do that separately. It's a bit annoying, it like doesn't link, but yeah, whatever. And we can use this to check the approach. Yep, nothing on TCAS. So strobe light on, landing lights on. We'll release the parking brake and enter the runway. Shall we backtrack? I don't know. Yeah, I think I should. I mean, it's not that much of a backtrack, but we might as well. And we've got an FMC message. Ah, yeah. Whenever it does an autosave, it puts this message on the screen. I don't know how to get rid of that, even though there is a way, but yeah. So if you say FMC message, it's probably just that. So I don't think I've missed something important. Well, I might have. You never know. Right, that's a nice line to follow around here. Right, let's swing it around. Try and do a decent lineup. Whether I will or not is to be seen. It's nice and nice and easy. That's not too bad. Okay, well, time to go. So, actually, wait, before I do that, I want to get the HUD down, so there's a little click spot for it there. Now, I've actually found out, right, that I'm just going to stop while I explain this. I've actually found out that if you have the nose light on, it makes it look really bright and weird. If you have it off, it looks normal. So, I mean, I should take off with the nose light on, but I'm going to leave it off just so the HUD's nice. Now going to I've got a separate view set up for the HUD look, so I can see it better. So yes, right, let's release the parking brake. Let's give it some power. Let's swap to 60%. You don't actually need to start the clock in this because you can time things with it, like in minutes, but it auto starts when you take off. So 55, 56, 60. And there's a little spot here for Toga. Pitch the nose down a bit.
That's it.
Doha, here we come. So that's 80 knots. See how quickly it's accelerating? It's very quick. Didn't need to do a backtrack. V1, rotate. Oh, actually, maybe I did. Alright. Okay, that's a positive rate of climb, so gear can come up. And we'll put it on the flight director. Now, you may notice the flight director is trying to get me to into space, basically. This thing climbs incredibly well. It's insane how quickly it climbs. This one was pitched down now, actually, quite considerably. We'll actually put autopilot on. I want to turn the sounds up, actually, it's really quiet. There we go.
Autopilot in command.
So, initial climb now because there's no ATC. So we're going to set our initial cruise, which is 410, which is very high. And we can set flaps 1. Press the wrong button, there we go, flaps 1. We can take the turn off lights off and then the taxi light off. HUD can be stowed now. Can zoom out the ND. You can see our departure properly. Flaps can come up. And we're climbing out above the clouds. Or through the clouds at the moment. So yeah, our initial climb's going to be 410, and then we're probably going up to 430 later on. Which I believe is the ceiling for this aircraft, 430. So. Yeah. Or it might not be the actual physical ceiling, but I think it's the operating ceiling. I might be wrong though. Nice. Now, as we've just taken off, I just wanted to take the time to tell you about something. Actually, that sounds like I'm going to advertise Squarespace or something now. Basically, I've started streaming on Twitch again. You may have seen videos pop up on YouTube where I've said that I'm live on Twitch. But yeah, I've started streaming on Twitch. I used to do it ages ago and I stopped. But now I've started again and I'm really enjoying it actually. So you can expect much more streams. At the moment I'm doing it every Saturday. I'm hoping to get up to do it twice weekly though, that would be good. But at the moment it's just permanently every Saturday. So yeah. Okay, we've passed 10,000 feet, so the landing lights can come off. We can also set seatbelt sign to auto. So yeah, my most recent stream was Saturday, and I flew this aircraft in a two livery 2K from Manchester to Punta Cana, down in the Dominican Republic. It was a nice like 9-hour flight, and I've just realised I've left my AP running. I have not done that in absolutely ages. That is yeah. Could have been worse. I could have noticed later on in the flight. Yeah, I've genuinely not done that in ages. Weird. I was hoping we'd get to see some scenery, but it's just clouds. I think the south of the UK has been hit by some storms recently. This is what we're seeing at the moment. Should really sync my heading up. So we're about to turn this way. But yes, anyway, that was a very nice departure. Enjoy the forecoming cinematics, and I will talk to you when I'm on when it's on the ground. I'll talk to you later on in the flight. Bye. Okay, so welcome back. We are just on the descent into Doha right now. As you can see, the sun has risen, although we're in a cloud, and we're just banking out over the city and airport, and oh my god, that looks amazing. Wow. Yes, sorry, it's descending now. Doha airport, or Hamad airport I think it is right below us. Somewhere. There we go. We're going to be landing on runway 16 right, which is this runway here. And we're getting these nice views because it's this really weird arrival. It like takes us over the airport, then round, then back down here and onto 16 right. Really odd, but we get some nice views. Looks amazing. So yes, obviously I flew through the night, as you'll have seen in the cinematic shots. Ooh, I just need to dial that down actually. 3,000 we need to intercept the ILS at. So yeah, obviously flown through the night. That's why I really love flights like this, because it's what we've been in the air 6.5 hours, and we've gone from a sunset on departure to the sun having risen for arrival. And now we're getting a beautiful morning arrival. Yeah, this is a taxi to gate Doha, by the way. It's a really, really beautiful scenery. They've done a really good job here. So that is always good. But yeah, So I can only do a little bit of the sort of stuff for arrival. So obviously, as I said, we're landing on runway 16 right, and it's a 14,000 feet runway, or foot runway, sorry, and the terminal is at the other end of it to what we're landing. So we're going to only need auto brake 1, should be easily enough, I think. Yeah, so auto brake 1 should be good. I've just realised I've not changed the transition level. I'm not actually sure what the transition level is. Let me have a look. That's 13,000 feet. Now, unfortunately, there's no, like, if you remember, like in the 777, you'd go into like forecast and then you change it up here. Unfortunately, that's not there. So what you have to do is weirdly you have to go to the climb page, and then you have to set it there, which is a little bit odd, but oh well. And the QNH on the ground is 1003, so I've preset that now. Keep scrolling it down until the little number at the bottom says 1003. There we go. The MDA / decision altitude is 213 feet, so that's Barrow, so we're going to put in Barrow, and oh, there we go. 213 is it? Sorry if you heard that bang there. I just like smashed my mic on my throttle as I was leaning forward to look at the thing then. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna bring my heading around. Obviously we're just on LNAV at the moment, but it's always good to track it round. That takes so long to scroll. Come on. There we go. Gonna get everyone belted in, as we're coming up on 10,000 soon. See some nice morning haze over the Qatari desert. I'll say my clouds are looking quite nice actually. I'm using Active Sky Cloud Art, and I think it's the full global dynamic or something. So yeah, that's what I'm using for clouds. Now I've got PTA on top of that. That's like sort of changing the colours of the clouds a bit. So yeah, all looks good. This livery seems a bit weird. This is just the default one that that QualityWings provide for Qatar. But I don't know, like the red on it just seems so dark. Like that is like not how it should be really, but I don't know, maybe it's just the lighting. Yeah. So quite a nice livery, so it's a shame they've not done the best job at it. Now we are going to use the HUD for landing. It's a nice handy feature. I feel like it can be a bit distracting sometimes, but I think I just need to get used to it. But wait for now though. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a go for landing. Obviously this aircraft is still quite new to me. I've not flown it that much at all. I've done a few flights in it. Heading round. There we go. We'll line up with that waypoint there. Ah, that looks more like red. Alright, maybe it was just too dark though. So really nice arrival actually. When I first programmed this, so I thought that's a bit crazy taking me all round. But I'm glad it did actually, because we get some nice views. It's a bit like Dubai if you're on 3 zeros, where you're taken into the desert and then back. Quite enjoy flying to these sort of Middle Eastern places, especially if they've got nice scenery like this. Okay, just gonna allow this in. And we'll just follow the arrival. We could go direct to that, I suppose, but we'll just take it in because that way, then we, then our like VNav path is on track, and we've passed transition altitude. So we'll set local QNH, and we're getting an alert. What is that? Unable to maintain VNav descent speed. Extend spirit as required. So basically, that was a long way of saying direct required. So I'm gonna put some speed rec out. There we go. The modelling on this aircraft is amazing. Like, if you look at that, you can see they've modelled all like the wires and like the hydraulic cylinders and everything. Like, to be honest, I'd say it's better than PMDG's modelling. Like, well, maybe FS Labs as well. They've done a phenomenal job of it. So they definitely get points for that. Okay, 10,000 landing lights can come on. I'm just going to check the out constraints in the logs page. So at goal C. Oh, okay. Let's move that up there. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't probably linked up. There we go, that's sorted. Oh, and we're at our speed, so I'm going to retract the speed brake. That's the airport. Yeah, so my overall opinions of this aircraft, I'm really enjoying it. Really, it's nice. There's been a lot of mixed reviews. I think I said that at the start of the video. People have been getting like bugs and stuff, and yeah, there are some bugs. Like the not being able to use the weather radar is the main thing, because causes crash to desktops. Crashes to desktop. Yeah. But yeah, it's like overall I think it's quite nice. And once they iron out these bugs, it'll be a really nice product. I'm actually just going to turn the panel lighting off, because that is one of the things that doesn't really look that good, and it's something we don't need now. So yeah. Hopefully the VNav will do its job and get me to 3,000 by here. I think it will. That's easily doable. Could put some range rings in actually. So let's have a look. Okay. Now, an annoying thing about this is, for some reason, like if I was in a PMDG aircraft like 777, what I'd be able to do is nope, where is it? I'd be able to grab runway 16 right, go into fix and put it in, and then do like a fix around the around the like start of the runway. Unfortunately, I can't do that. However, we are on an ILS fortunately, so I can put the QAT. If I can find Q, which there we go, QAT, and it doesn't find that. That's weird. Alright. Oh, it's done a file state save. We just do the Doha. No. There we go. Doha. And then we'll go to fix. And we'll just we'll add a couple of miles on for the runway. So we'll do /7 /12 and /17. There we go. So that should give me roughly, and it's on the points actually. So yeah, that should give me roughly 5, 10, and 15, which is what I like to set my my fixed rings or range rings to. Okay, we're gonna take flaps 30 for landing. It was a VREF of 128 knots. We're going to add 5 to that though. The winds are 080 at 4 knots. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a crosswind landing actually. But not by much because the winds are quite weak. Okay, I'm going to need more speed brake apparently now. This is a very slippy aircraft I found out. You'll have trouble losing speed and altitude at the same time in this. So obviously it's designed to be as aerodynamic as possible, so yeah. Also these engines are very powerful. Like for the weight of it. Go ahead and put full speed brake actually, because we are quite high. We actually shouldn't be this fast to be honest. She should be below 250, but below 10,000. But whatever. Okay, I'm gonna arm the localizer, so when we come around we should intercept it. And see, it's just armed here, but it's still in LNAV mode. And the diamond is just above us now, so we can actually take the speed brake in, I think. Seems to have very effective speed brakes, which is nice. Like, compensates for it being quite a slippery aircraft. Okay, that's the FMA announcing we've got the localizers, so we on the approach. And we can bring flaps 1 out. That's just at 15 miles. Now, I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it at any point, but the 787 has a feature whereby if it detects you're a bit too fast when you're on the approach, it will automatically deploy the speed brake. Like, not fully, it was just sort of these, like, 2 here. We'll just deploy slightly to slow you down. I'm not sure what this is called. It's got a really complicated, like, long acronym for it. But yeah. But we're on the diamond. We're just a bit. Yeah, we're just a bit to the left a bit, but okay. I'm gonna go flaps 5. We'll set final approach speed and just bring the speed down. So it's 128 plus 5. That's 133. Yeah. 133 set. I'll go ahead and drop the gear and go flaps 15. Well, shall I put the nose light on actually? Let me see if it, because it's day now, it might not actually light it up. I don't think it will. Okay, when we turn off on as well, we're below 180, so that's good. We'll go flaps 20. We will arm the speed brake. Missed approach altitude is 2,000. Ah no, it's 3,000, sorry. So yeah, it's fine. Okay, flaps 25 and then flaps 30. The HUD is actually really distracting. I want to put it away. Sorry, but yeah, I find it a bit distracting to be honest. Yeah, okay, we're on the approach now, so that's my aircraft, that's the warning. Now it actually hand flies really nicely. It's almost Airbus like. They've put so much like fly-by-wire into it. The only thing I've noticed, it seems to get caught by like crosswinds and like variable winds quite a bit. It's a bit like some aircraft in an X-plane. Like you get some like variable crosswinds, and it just feels like you're just being like knocked about. I don't know, that might be realistic though. Always take everything I say like about stuff like aerodynamics or systems for that matter with a pinch of salt, because I really don't know what I'm talking about. I just going by my like small amount of knowledge that I do have, and like guesses and stuff basically. You can see it's like really stable, and I'm not having to put barely any input in actually what I'll do. So I'll put that up so you can see that more. Plus you don't need to flare it that heavily. If you have a look at the yoke when I touch down, you'll see. Or unless I do this time. We'll see.
1,000.
Okay, it's 1,000, check. Perfectly on the diamonds and the puppies. You can see I'm having to put so like little control in. Just good. Okay, 500 checked.
400. Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums.
Okay, minimums, we are landing continue. Whichever one you choose to say.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Bit of a flow.
10.
And we're down. Okay, spoilers up. Versus our normal. We are decelerating. Yeah, this aircraft is so easy to grease. Okay, that's 60 knots. Manual braking and reverses retract. And we'll take the next rapid exit. Welcome to Doha. Yeah, we just take this exit off here. It's easy to float, but it's also easy to grease. You can see I was barely having to put any effort into flaring that then. It's weird. I got the coffin. Okay. We'll just hold at this holding point here while we decide. Well, we'll clean the aircraft up and then we decide where to park. Stop it. Okay, I can reset. First of all, we can start the APU. Get the lining lights off. Taxi light on. Strobe light off. We'll squawk standby. Flaps can come up. Retract the speed brake. I'll zoom in so we can see the ground, the taxi map thing a little better, and we'll look where to park. So, okay, so maybe if we go on one of the Charlie stands, it's probably a good idea, which is like one of these here. So Charlie, are they all medium? They are. Maybe one of the Delta stands. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Nope. What else is there? Alpha stands maybe? No, they're all medium. Echo. What have I done? I've got Bravo. Nope. I think maybe they're all going to be like this. Oh no, Echo. Right. Okay, so if we take, we've got like Echo 11. They're like remote. I don't believe that all of these other stands, like all of these stands, are small. Echo 52. Let's look on the next page. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to pick a Charlie stand and reconfigure it with GSX. So yeah, we're going to go with Charlie 8. Nope. Okay, flight directors can't. Right, what was it? Flight directors can come off. And it's just over here somewhere. So you can see on the taxi map here. You can see where to taxi, so we're just going to go straight forward. Help if I raise the parking brake. Hashtag landing at 4 in the morning. Then we'll taxi in. So just take it down here. It picks up speed really easily. Oh, there's another Qatari aircraft here. Yeah, they look like a heavy, and they're on the Bravo stands. So our stand is somewhere over here. That's where Charlie stands, I mean. Let's check if we have the APU running now. Yeah, we do. Cool. Oh, auto rig. Turn that off. Have I selected the one stand that guy's on? I think I have. Wow. We'll go next to him, then we'll go Charlie 10. Change fucking Charlie 10. Yeah, what are the odds of that? Alright, we'll go next to this guy. Ooh, I'm hoping we're not going to be touching his wing actually. We'll go the other side. We'll go Charlie 4. Because that looks very close to him. I don't want to touch his wing. Ooh. Okay. That's the stand. Was that actually? I should have been on that taxiway, shouldn't I? Oh well. And here's Charlie 4. Yeah, this is easily big enough for this aircraft. I don't know what GSX was talking about. Alright, let's see if I can actually do a good parking for once. I'm gonna go with no, but we'll give it a go anyway. How far do you want me to go? That's gotta be an. Oh my god. Yeah, alright, that's enough. Alright, set the parking brake. And fuel cut off. Levers, switches, whatever you call them in this, are off. Okay, I'll depressurize the hydraulics. And the fuel pump's off. We'll release our passengers. And when we get to below 20% N2, yep, which it already is, we can turn the beacon off. So that means we'll get deboarding. I'm not sure if that's so jetways here. Operate jetways. Apparently not. That's loud. Right, we'll control J it then. So he's just going to the front. So we'll get the external power on. We'll open the front door. Open the 2 cargo doors and put the little lights on. It's going to want me to do exit 2. Okay. what I do when it wants me to do exit 2, but I obviously haven't got a jetway there, I open it and then just immediately close it, and then it like counts. It doesn't mind if you close them early, it's just you have to open them. But yeah. So yes, here we are down in Doha. That rhymes. So that was a very enjoyable flight. Cardiff to Doha, and apparently I've not opened exit 1, even though I have. Whatever. Yeah, that was really enjoyable. Brilliant scenery, brilliant aircraft, some brilliant views along the way. Very, very nice indeed. I hope you enjoyed it. You can expect... 1 minute. I'm just going to open this back door. You can expect many more videos and flights and streams and everything in the 787 from me. It is a really, really nice aircraft. I'm thoroughly enjoying flying it. So yeah, I don't know where this guy's off to. Let me have a look before we go. So he's either Qatari 848 or 848 Alpha. I haven't got that spot. But anyway, I hope he has fun. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any 787 routes that you want to suggest, feel free. I'll certainly be doing a lot of them in the time to come. I'm not going to be like forgetting about other aircraft. I'm still going to be flying them, but I'm going to be giving the 787 some love, as it's been anticipated for so long. But yes, I will. Yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye bye.